Hey guys, I'm Alessandra Fischer, presenter and host of A Hora da Poetisa TV show. I'm here in Boston today at Berklee College of Music to interview young Coury, who is a musician, a composer, and we're gonna learn more about his journey, his career, and his book.
It's really good actually to be here with you. Like, it's so nice to like just back again, like to see like people in person, like do meetings like that, like interviews. Like, it's so nice.
Yes.
I'm so happy to be here.
I remember, I think one was back in December that we met, that we had the interview.
Yeah.
So it's great to come here, and how it feels like to be in this place for you.
Like at Berklee, you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually Berklee, like, it's a really nice university, like it's a really nice college. I'm so happy like to be here. There's a lot of resources like here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing performance and CWP. CWP is contemporary writing production. So it's a double major, and it's really good, like, because you can meet people like from like all the world, around the world. So it's really good. The resources, like, we can have like the access to the studios, to the like ensemble rooms, practice rooms, like a lot of amazing like teachers and friends, and so it's really good. Like, it's an amazing opportunity and an amazing college, like, to study, to be like to be here. You know, like, it's really good to be here.
So for you, you had to go through like a process to get in. So the audition, interviews, and so how was that for you? How did you prepare for it?
So yeah, the process for Brazilians, like that was my case. Every year, some Berklee like staff, they go to Brazil, like, to do some auditions there. If I'm not mistaken, it's just São Paulo and Rio. So in January, generally, like, they go there like to do these auditions, and I went to São Paulo to audition to Berklee like 4 years ago. I was like 16 years old, 15 to 16, and it was really good. Like, the audition was good, like, everything was great. And
you're nervous, of course.
Yeah. Actually, at the day I was a little bit at the day. I remember now, like, it was a little bit strange for me, like. But everything went well, and here I am right now. At the time, I passed in first place in Brazil.
Wow.
When I was coming here, like, so it was like an amazing like amazing thing that just happened in my life, you know, at that time. So it was pretty good.
So you start such a young age, and you play with a lot of famous people, right? You start, at 7 or 8. When you started playing? Yeah,
I started with 7 years old, like, with cavaquinho. That is like a Brazilian ukulele, something like that, with a different tune, like from Bandolim. It's like a cavaquinho tune. It's just for cavaquinho. And I started with this instrument. Like, I played like for, if I'm not mistaken, like 6 months, just 6 months. And my father just like went with me like in a show from Armandinho Macedo. This is another mandolinist. Like, one of my favorites. I love him, his work, and I never, like, at that time, like, I never like had any contact with the mandolin. I didn't know what it was, like a mandolin or something like that. So it was amazing. Like, when I saw like he's playing, like when he entered the stage and did this like with the open strings. remember like because I wasn't sleeping at the table, it was really late for me, and I was like, wow, in shock,
What
like,
is that?
wow, I love this instrument, that I want to play this thing. And like in the break, I went there like in the backstage, and I talked with like him a lot about like, oh man, I love the mandolin, but I play cavaquinho, what should I do? And he said, oh, buy a mandolin and start playing, like start like studying at the club, Brazilian Club of Choro in Brasilia. That is a club of choro, right? So that's what I did. My father gave me like after 6 months a mandolin, something like that, and I started to study mandolin. Since that date, I never stopped it, like studying and learning new songs and like just develop the technique, just these things. Yeah.
Can you explain a little bit about choro to those that are not familiar with?
Yeah, choro is a Brazilian genre, and it became like, actually it's the first Brazilian genre, like genuine from us, and it became like with the mixture of the lundu, that is an African rhythm, and with the Europeans, right? Because of it was the miscegenation of that thing there, and like they developed choro, you know, like choro just became just emerged this time. So it's a popular genre in Brazil. Actually, it was a popular genre. Nowadays, it's not anymore like a popular genre. But it's really important because other genres evolved because of choro. Samba, baião, bossa nova, yeah. So a lot of genres like evolved because of choro. You know? So that's choro. That choro is amazing.
And how it was growing up for you in Brazil?
Actually, it was really good. Like I love a lot Brazil. Like especially the weather. Here in Boston, like it's cold. It's really cold. But the relation with people, the way I learned this instrument, like the people that I had like access in Brazil about choro. My first roda de choro. Roda like means like a jam session. Like we call a roda de choro, but it's like a jam session of choro. It was like, in my opinion, like the best musicians, like the best choro players in Brazil, in the world, in my opinion. So I was really lucky, like at that time, to have like these guys with me in my first like years of mandolin, of choro. So it was an amazing opportunity. It was really good, like to born in Brazil and just grow there and study music, know a lot about, like understand more about our culture, all these things. Like was amazing. Yeah.
There's jam sessions that you said. They also are a great opportunity for musicians to get together and to be together, right? And practice what they like the most. And how was for you to play with Hamilton de Holanda?
Actually, Hamilton was amazing, like opportunity to play with him because I'm a big fan of him. Like I love his music, his work, and I used to play with his brother, Fernando Cesar. He's a 7-string player, guitar 7-string player. And this guy that I told you, like that was my first like musicians that I played. Caesar was one of them, and it was amazing for me, like to have this opportunity, like to play with him. Like when I was young, he was always like amazing, a really nice person. Like always helped me with anything. So it was amazing. Like it's really good, like to play with your idol. You know, it's really good.
And how was your household? You guys always listen to music? What type of music you used to listen? Also, when you were growing up with your family.
Usually, I don't hear too much choro. You know, like when I'm at home or like just hanging with my parents. You know, usually we just listen Brazilian popular music, like MPB that we call it. Not like the pop music, but the Brazilian popular music. You know, usually is that. I love to listen Pat Metheny. Like it's a guy that I study a lot. Ebinho Cardoso, I love Ebinho. Yeah, there's a lot of persons that I really like to listen. Milton Nascimento, Gilberto Gil, Caetano. Yeah, I listen. I really listen to a lot of like musicians, Rosa Passos, Lula Galvão, all these amazing guys.
Oh, Jan, can you play something for us?
Sure. I'm gonna play a song by me. It's called Bora Brazil. I composed this song in the quarantine. So because like Brazil was like passing through a lot of problems, a lot of hard like times, you know. So it was really strange the energy like around the world, and especially in Brazil with my like friends, family. Everybody was like, what is happening? And a lot of things like, especially the economy and other things like just happening at the same time. It was like crazy. So I just composed this song, and last year in 2021 I earned like an award like from a festival called E Festival in Brazil. I earned in second place as the popular, like the people just voted, like the popular votes just
with this
song. So it was a really important like award for me, because it was national, was all the Brazil, and one of the faces of the festival were like Carlinhos Brown.
Wow.
That is a really nice like, musician, a really nice person. So yeah, let's play Bora Brasil.
Bora Brasil. And I was thinking about the process of, composing this. Because to me, as I'm listening to, it's not sad. I was expecting to be something like based on what you shared with us, but I felt like it was playful. It's kind of happy, and
Yeah, that's why the name like Bora Brazil means like let's go Brazil, right? Like so it's something like come on, don't lose all the energies, like let's go, we can go like through all this thing, all these problems. And like the harmony in the B section especially that has a lot of like modulations just like brings this thing like that is you're passing through a lot of things at the same time, so you hear like so something hard and then you know and then just go back again like from the beginning, all those things. Like everything like now it's working. I think it's in the normal like way to everything just back to normal. That's why this part just go back again.
Yes. So can you tell me if this guy has a name?
Like
the Bandolim.
Oh, the mandolin.
You have a nickname for it.
Yeah, the Mr. Mandolin, right? Yeah, Mr. Mandolin. Actually, this nickname is because of my book.
Oh yes, I want to see your book.
Yeah, it is here.
Yes. O Menino do Bandolim.
Yeah. O Menino do Bandolim. It is like the kid from the mandolin. That's it. The mandolin kid actually, right? I think it's.
So this is a great book. I have one, and can you share a little bit about the idea behind?
Yeah, sure. So the idea of like writing this book, it was José Carlos Peliano. He's a big friend of my parents and of mine too. And like we had this idea like to inspire kids like from a long time ago. I had a project in Brazil that I went to a lot of schools to play choro, to share like about the culture, about the story, the history about choro and all these things, because choro is not a common genre in Brazil, you know. People usually don't know what is choro, so that's why I did this project, you know, and it was to inspire kids because if you want to change something, I believe we need to change like in the schools, you know, because it's the place everybody likes learning, absorbing new things. So after I finished this project, that it went really well. Like a lot of like kids starting loving choro, started like understanding what is choro, like a little bit more about their culture, our culture, right? And this guy, José Carlos Peliano, the writer, he came to me and said, "Oh, I want to write something about you and your story and all these things." And I said, "Okay, but we need to write something for kids, you know, like we should inspire them. We should like try to bring them like to choro, to the art, to music, and just show them like that they can do anything they want, you know, like because sometimes like with all this social media apps and all these things, sometimes we just like get sad or like, oh, I don't know if I can do that, like this guy is doing, this other is doing too, like so this book is like, no, you can do it, you can, you know, like, and there's a lot of like these nicknames, you know, like the Mr. Mandolin, and also I love the cover too, so because like here it started like when I was like a kid, and I have like all the primary colors, and the mandolin is carrying me instead of like me carrying the mandolin, and then I just passed through the and then I just passed through all the seasons.
As you get older, right?
Yeah, as I get older, all the problems, all the good things, the bad things, the hard things, and then after it's just me like carrying the mandolin now, you know. And so I love this cover, like it was really good. The guy who did this cover, it's from Brasilia too. His name is João Rafael from Fábula Ilustrações. He's amazing. He did like all the
insides too. And if someone wants to buy this book,
so you can like enter. I love
cover.
this. Yeah, I love this picture too. So if you want to buy this book about like my story, my history, and like about choro, a little bit of choro,
Only in Portuguese.
Only
at
Portuguese.
This point.
Yeah, at this point only in Portuguese. But I'm thinking like to translate it.
Yeah.
And if you wanna buy, like, just go to this website from Patois. They buy there, like. And if you wanna buy like with me, and want me like to write for you, you can enter in my Instagram.
Come to Berkeley. Like that.
Yeah, you can order like talk with me like the Instagram, and then I can write something.
Tell me about your new project.
Sure. So I'm planning like in the second semester of the year now to launch my new CD that I recorded last year in August with my quartet, Coury quartet. That is Pedro Miranda on bass and voice, Renato Galvão on drums, Felipe Viegas on keyboard and piano, and me like playing mandolin. So this is the quartet, and it's gonna be like 4 songs that I composed and 4 songs that I didn't compose, but like we did all the arrangements and we just like did a new face to the song, you know.
And what's the name?
The name is also Bora Brasil, right? So the name of the last song that I played, so it's Bora Brasil. Yeah.
So do you have any idea when we're gonna be able to?
Yeah, I'm planning to launch this thing like on July, or maybe before July.
2002.
Yeah, this year, 2022. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Where people can see you or know more about you? Through social media, of course, but do you play around here in Boston? Wow.
Yeah, sometimes I'm playing here in Boston. So it's better, like, because I play in like many places, so it's better if you can follow me on social media. It's easier because I'm always like posting there like the places I'm gonna play. So
Right.
it's good.
So I'm gonna ask you to play one more song to us.
Sure. Let's play. Let's play the song that I did for this book. It's called História de Vida, so life history, right?
Yeah.
It's a song that I composed 3 years ago. 3 years. Yeah, 3 years ago. And I recorded with Michael Pipoquinha, he's a bass player, and Renato Galvão, the drum player, like also from my CD. So it's on Spotify, you can check out. It's nice. História de Vida. Yeah, let's play. I will do like a intro. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Aqui vai pra 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Aqui vai pra 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
interview today. It was a great pleasure to be here with you in person.
Thank you. The pleasure was all mine. Thank you so much for inviting me again for this amazing interview. Now in person was really nice. Yeah, thanks for that. It was good.
Né, beleza, move a boca, olha que bonitinho.
Pô, mas tá legal esse negócio que tá fazendo.
Não,
Mais devagar.
Eu acho que
mais devagar.
muito rápido de estar caminhando.
Vamos do zero, vamos tentar mais devagar.
Puxa, péssimo até.
Tem quanto tempo você tá fazendo esse projeto?
Começou na pandemia. Eu ia fazer assim, né?
Ando bem devagarzinho assim.
Mas daí por causa da pandemia a gente começou pelo Zoom.
Mais devagar.
Acredito que em janeiro, por aí.
Ah, entendi, mas então você já fez quantos programas?
Acredito que 10.
10 programas? Ah, maneiro.
Aí.
Agora.
Boa, vamos lá. Podemos?
Waiting for the action.
Oh, action. 3, 2, 1, action.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.